Hello everybody and welcome back to Stationeers. My name is Ryan and today there's going to be a slight change of plan. Basically what I was going to do was I was going to log in and I was going to let some of this map unveil whilst I was probably going to kind of tidy up some of the base. However, we have had the solar storm update, which means at some point we're potentially going to have a much brighter sun, and when that happens we're going to have increased power output, which is great, but it is going to drastically heat up the base. Now I don't know if it works the same as a weather storm. I have no idea. I've not got a clue. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave our rocket up there doing its thing while we get some stuff ready. Now, the first thing I want to do is have a look at the harm suit. Okay. So this guy is bloody expensive. But if we have a look in here, that is not what I wanted. I want this. It is liquid cooled, super thermal performance, and boost superior resistance to impact of lava exposure. Due to its extra stability, size storms do not affect movement speed while in the harm. However, this results in overall reduction. So if we have a look, oh, it needs a coolant. Oh crap! Okay, that is not what I thought. I didn't realize we needed to put a coolant in there. I don't have any source of cooling, so we're probably not going to waste our time wearing it, but I would like to print it, and let's have a look at how it looks, shall we? So what else do I need, because it looks like it's quite expensive. I need, yes, a stellite, hastaloy, astraloy. Where's my hastaloy? I know I had some. Oh, that's hastaloy, full. And then steel, which we've got steel, so we're fine. So print me out one of them, which is fine. Let me go get some water so I stop breathing so heavy. And after we've done this, we will make the harm helmet. I just need some gold for that, which I do have a bit here. Not much, but I've got a little bit. This takes forever and a day to print, so bear that in mind. So I don't know when it's going to hit. So why don't we I don't know if they work the same way as storms. I've got no idea. So let's make a weather station. I didn't think I'd ever be making one of these on the moon, but here you are. This might be a waste of time. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure the weather station does not say it picks up. Yeah, so it's reading weather events, not necessarily storms. So my hope is that it will pick up the solar storm. I just need 3 plastic sheets, which I have. Perfect. Do I? Excuse me. Do I have 3? I've just had a chippy, or fish and chip shop for anyone who doesn't know what a chippy is. And yeah, I'm a little bit full, but it was nice. Right, give me that. Right, make me the helmet. How does this guy look? Holy hell, look at that. 4 filters, a chip, the battery, the backpack, coolant tank, waste tank, and air tank. So what goes in the back? Because it can't have a jetpack, right?
Air tank critical. Filter critical. Waste tank critical.
I mean, all of those things don't really matter right now. If only I could see, eh? That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? I mean, it looks nice. It's got a bit of a RoboCop feel about it, I think. Let me get the helmet. I mean, I'm definitely slower, though. Look at this speed. Oh, and look at you, my little guy in the bottom right corner. Looks like a little stormtrooper without his helmet on.
Pressure critical. Oxygen.
Oh, I like the helmet. Very quick. Very responsive. So what could go in the back, then? Not that. So what's this slot for? Harm suit. back. It just says back. A hard suit backpack or mining. So I could put that there. I can't put that there. So I can't put anything in the backpack for some reason. That could just be a buggy. Oh no, because it's not. Yeah, sorry. Hard suit backpack. Or okay, so it has to be a physical, like actual backpack thing. Okay. So do I have an ore backpack? Or does this fit? Yes. Okay. So that's a thing. Fine. And it kind of usually just slot there. Okay, good to know. But yeah, we probably aren't going to be wearing this right now. We need to basically get this off. Stick that back on. Because what I want to do is go get this weather station put outside. So I made a frame. And I've got a weather station. I probably want some cables. I don't have many, I don't think. I've got 2. And because it's a weather station, it doesn't really belong to a room. I'll probably just connect it to this yellow. We'll just put it here, to be fair. That should suffice, I think. And the cable, let me run that now. And we'll see whether the weather station works for these storms. Because I don't know. Is that going to be enough? It needs to be. So give me this, give me this. Waste tank, let me sort that out before I go outside. Open sesame. Right. So let's go and dump a frame down, put a single weld on it. Okay. Let me up. Oh my god, let me up. Okay, weather station. And I could put this here without too much drama, so this is fine. I want to be able to see the light, so we'll do it this way. I think they've changed the collision box of this as well. I'm pretty sure. Can you now put cables right next to it? You can't. Okay, ignore me. I am talking out of my arsehole. Do this, and this, and this. I was very surprised that the update had come out, but they hadn't put anything in for like little fixes like the IC. I thought that would have been on the top of the list, but maybe they just started on the storm update first. I don't know. If we stick this in here, turn you on. So I guess we just wait and see whether this works. I don't know if it will work. I've got no idea. But we've got one now anyway. So let's just keep an eye on that. In the meantime, I need to get my cooling up to scratch. Because it's not even keeping up with what we currently have, which is not a lot. Not a lot at all. So obviously I've got my cooling there. But yeah, I need more volume in that pipe and more radiators. And to be fair, we should probably not be using insulated pipes out there because that's going to slow it down a little bit. Excuse me. So let me we'll add some volume. Just a little bit. And I can't remember what we even put in that pipe. I need to go and check. Oh, we're just running greenhouse through. Yes. So it doesn't matter too much. The more volume I put in there, the more my pump's going to have to work. It's probably fine. So let's nip back outside and let's just get that cooling, because we'll go out there and we'll probably find that it's on now, trying to cool the base. Still nothing there, so is what it is. Now obviously you can see that our cooling is on, but if we check the temperature of this pipe, obviously it's 24 degrees. I would expect it to be colder than that. So let's do this. To be honest, I might completely move this, to be fair, because we did talk about potentially whatchamacallit, moving the cooling somewhere else. So let's stick it out the side. So put it there. And let's put the utility next. We can just do the one, it doesn't matter. All it's doing is adding a bit of volume. And then bring this out some. This won't stay like this. I just want to get something in place sooner rather than later. So this should, in theory, work a little bit better. So you can see now the temperature in there is coming down. So that is definitely working much better. Let me stick one more there. And just in case, let's remove some of this terrain. Just give it plenty of space. Did I turn that off? I did turn that off. Okay. So the temperature inside the base is currently 31.8, but that's now coming down. I think that's coming down quicker, so we're happy with that. And this pipe is obviously now 17 degrees, so this is working much better. I do need to improve the ventilation through the base as well, so let's go and do that. Let me in. Right. So I've got 2 spare radiators. I obviously haven't got enough pipes out there, so it's fine. Cancel that. Stick you over there. Do I have any? I've got insulated vents and more vents there. So we said we were going to knock this through. Maybe, you know what's a massive problem? Is if this solar storm comes and hits, my issue is that my entire box is glass. Which obviously does not bode well. Assuming the solar storm is going to be as big as a problem as I think it's supposed to be. Let me just harvest my potatoes. That's not doing very well, but I think that's because of the temperature. Hopefully my new cooling will be improving that. Oh, look at me little graph go. That's going to take fucking forever. 92%. We're definitely going to have to bring that back down to get it sorted. Right, so as far as ventilation goes, what I'll probably do is I'll probably bring this up. So let's assume I'm going to do that. Also, I don't know if I've ever noticed that the character looking up and his suit glitching through his helmet. Huh. Oh, you can't see it because my face is there, but yeah. It's a thing. So I'm going to stick you there. I don't really know how many of these I need, but the more I get dotted around, the better. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, bloody pipe. 3. And then what we'll do is we'll put these ones here. Yeah. We just need to have plenty of ventilation. So that should... I mean, it might not be perfect, but it's gonna bloody help. And I definitely need some more insulated pipes. So let's do that now. Assuming I have the silicon. Which I'm not so sure I do. Nope, not in there. There's nothing in there. Nothing in there. Oh, crap. Got no silicon. Oh, I got a little bit. So that's going to give me 22 pipes. It's something. It's something. So, give me my steel. And go insulated pipe. Let those do its thing. While that's printing, there's something I want to try. Now, I don't know if this is a thing, but can I read from... Oh. Okay, weather station does not work. Wow, look at you. Jeez Louise, look at that. That is bright. Okay. Question. What is that doing? Oh, that looks strange, doesn't it? Look at that. Got like a weird texture through the composite window. Is it me or is it getting foggy in here? I feel like it's getting very foggy. Oh, what's going on through the car? That's weird, look. You can see it kind of almost looks like the ground's melting. Interesting. Oh, and there's little sparks on stuff as well. Wow. Holy hell, look at this. Okay, so what we have to see is how... Well, is my cooling going to keep up? Basically, is the question here. So what we could quickly... I can't see these bloody... What is happening? I think we're sweating out of our face. Okay. Give me pipes. And I'm going to run you... Have I got those glasses on? That's the wrong one. I've got it in here, haven't I? So, click this on. I can't see my pipes with the glasses. But we can run that pipe straight across there. Oh! That's better. That's gone behind the planet, though. So, let's bear with, shall we? Bring you across here. Oh! It's behind the planet, I think. Oh, it was. It's gone up very quickly. Look at the rays. Excuse me. Right, let's stick this all the way through here. I'm not going to have enough of these pipes. Absolutely no way. Okay, so we're currently on 35 degrees in here. So the temperature is rising pretty... Well, a lot quicker. Now remember that it's a pretty large volume we've got. So it is going to take a little bit of time to heat. But it doesn't seem to be bloody struggling. 36.3. And I think what should be happening... I don't think I can go outside though, can I? Can I go outside? Let's see what this does to us. But not in the harm suit. I'll turn the glasses off. I want to go and see what the solar panels are producing. Now, the change note said something about... something about... Oh, look at the cables. They look like they're melting. These solar panels are Holy fuck. 2.7 kilowatts. So, I did read that they've removed the... That looks scary. Oh, that's my fuel. I assume insulated items are still fine, yeah? Yeah, you're comfortable, you're fine. But yeah, that is a massive jump in power. Something to really take note that solar panels now are a lot more viable than they were. Doesn't look like they take damage from this, which is fine. But Jesus. Look at this. Scorched earth. Holy hell. I don't know what to use for the screenshot, but look at it. People will think you've just completely screwed up the lighting of the picture, but I haven't. This is it. This is now the moon that we potentially have to deal with sometimes. So my oxygen usage, I would say, isn't terrible, but we are still vacuum here. So I wonder if we would use more inside when the atmosphere was decent. On hot,
Hydration critical.
my understanding is this only happens on the moon. As the sun's up there, it doesn't look that different to normal, I don't think. Am I using water quicker? No, I don't think so. Wow. Just look at it go. What's the kind of like wave thing it's doing? Got no idea. Can't even see the terrain. Look at it. Wow. Isn't it getting hot here? Wow. Getting a few screenshots and then we'll figure out what we're going to use for thumbnail. Right, let's get back inside. Oh, look at the pipe. But yeah, so that's not taking damage. I don't think anything's taking damage. I don't think it's that kind of thing. You just got to be very careful now, I think, with the power generation, because I know a lot of people will probably max out their solar array to get it right up to the top, and if you've done that, well, you are going to lose some cable if your batteries aren't fully charged, that is. But very interesting. So let's go and see what damage this is doing to my heat in here, shall we? Oh, we're 42 degrees C. Okay, which means at this far end... Oh, what happened? Okay, so it's not an all-day thing. A certain point will come in the day where it will feck off. Okay. So we ended up on 43.3, so the base went up by about 10 degrees C, just over, I think. That was. My potatoes, not going to be too pleased with that. No, they're not happy at all. Now, I can give my cooling a boost. What's my power on? 90%. We'll leave it. I have got some ice, so let's chuck some oxide down just to cool it off in here a little bit. I don't think it's going to do miracles. I'm going to need quite a lot, but it can't hurt. Chuck that on the floor. Just bring it down. Just below 40 would be fine. Thank you. Okay. Well, I didn't expect to get that early in, but that is an experience. So at least now I know that I kind of wasted time with the weather station. But if anyone's unsure, you don't need the weather station on the moon. You cannot, but you potentially can't predict that. So yeah. Let me quickly go and find some silicone, because I'm gonna need it. For anyone wondering whether uranium is still a thing, there it is. Some people have said they've not been able to find any, but I have a patch there. So it does still exist in the game, so they've not removed it. Maybe they've just turned down its rarity, possibly. Because even though it's such a pointless use, there is still a use. Well, I say pointless, it's not pointless. It's still a good source of pollutant. So if you need pollutant for, like, if you're on... I don't even know. But realistically, like, if you wanted pollutant, we know you can just combust stuff. But on the planets where it's difficult to get oxygen and volatile to produce a combustible mix for your pollutant, shove your uranium in a furnace. I did that on Venus, and it was pretty helpful in the early days, getting a phase change setup up and running. Okay, I've got plenty of silicon, so let's go and get this processed, and then we should have well, assuming I can make steel, we've got insulation for days. Turn off the glasses. Right, we're down to 37 degrees C in here, so my cooling... Basically, my cooling does not suffice on those solar storms at all. So we're going to have to sort that out. So, what we'll do is... I've got 61 grams of steel, that is fine. Let's get a load of this silicon processed. So... Are we using fuel in this now? We are, aren't we? We're not putting ice in here anymore, are we? I'm pretty sure I sorted out fuel. Oh, did I? Did I not even connect fuel to this? I might not have done, you know. I might not have done. I can't remember. Oh, hang on. We've got glasses that can literally help us with that question. I did not. Both the input and the output are still connected to that tank. So what I need to do is I need to run that fuel line to there. The problem is I'm going to lose my hotbox, aren't I? I could pump it out and put it into a pipe network temporarily. I may do that. Are you ready? No, not yet. I'm still waiting for seeds. I mean, this is coming. This isn't too bad. It's taking a bloody long time, obviously. We're not even 20% through our power yet, though. So that's going okay. That's going all right. So what I'm going to do... kind of want to keep my hotbox gas. I could potentially... I don't know how much pressure's in there. 47 kPa. That says 44 kPa, you fool. Let's process the rest of this. Or get it at least in the furnace. I've got so much silicon here now. We're not going to be needing this for a long time. Because the thing is, I'm going to need silicon to do the pipes for the bloody fuel thing for this. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just do ice for this last time. Probably the easiest option. What do we have in there? We've got some N2O. So if I just chuck a little bit of vol in, I may have used all my vol. You may be asking yourself, why are these mining backpacks all over the place? They just seem to be getting further and further away from what I went. Right. Let's not put that on hold. Let me shove you on. Set your output to... fuck it, 100. And how is that going to work on this tank? 30 megapascal. So we're on 32 megapascal in there. Oh, we're fine. Not concerned in the slightest. That tank will be perfectly fine. Okay. I'm not allowed to stick my head through and place items. That is a rule I set, and I'm not good. Like, obviously, there's been times where I've forgotten, but I'm not going to purposely fuck that up. So, the easiest way I think of sorting that is going to be we could put a utility here, rotate that pump, and then store some gas there. So let me do that. So we'll just go for... yeah, we'll go for the cheap utility. Just make a couple of them. Rotate the pump. And then... yeah, pump out of that room. Because 42 kP, I don't know what that equates to inside of a pipe. I'm not sure. I need... you know, it would be good. Oh, we're probably never going to have to do this again. I was going to say make a turbo pump. So that we can always, like, do this in future if we need to. But realistically, I'm not planning on doing this again. Oh, maybe I am, if I set up the furnace properly. Maybe I will change that for a turbo pump, and then we can just flick the switch and change the direction. I need copper, gold, electrum. There's my electrum, there's my copper. Gold I'm a little bit shy on, but let's do a cable. One of those, and then get everything out. Give me my gold. Oh, do you want a potato? I'll get you a potato. Give me one of them. Are you ready yet? Yes, you are. And you're fine, so you survived through that. The note said as well that the plants take a bonus from that solar storm. So they, during a time, they would have, I don't know if it speeds up the growing or if it gives them like extra light. I'm not sure. I guess too much of it could potentially kill them. But we'll see. We will see. They have to try and recover from that, I guess. Otherwise, they're now going to be in light positive, in a light positive state. So are we now always chasing our tail? Not sure. I am not sure. I also don't know the frequency of those solar storms. So I'm not sure how often we're going to see those. I don't know if it's a random chance. I don't think it'll be every day. Or at least I hope it isn't. Because my cooling is not in a position to deal with that right now. Okay, what do we have up here? Anything? No, you're empty. Fine. So if we just do this. And I can basically... You're empty. So now what I can do is if we do this... Bring your speed down just a little bit. So we got... Oh, just whack it up. Whack that shit up. Oh, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. So we'll let that do its thing. I got more steel there. I've got no silicon at all. I'm going to have to use ice, which means I'm going to have to go get some volatile unless I've got any in here. I haven't got any in there. Fine, I need vol. Give it to me now. I need some vol. I need all the vol. On the plus side, you don't get a solar storm every day. So that is alright. I've managed to get a bit of volatile and a bit of gold. And then I remembered that I just specifically said I wasn't going to do that. I was going to use... whatchamacallit? Yes, I was going to put up the fuel. That's why I put up the pump. So I didn't actually have to go out there for my volatile. But it's done. We've got some spare now should we need it, so that's fine. So I just want to get inside. And I'm curious to... Oh, interesting. So even this. So this is the cap they've removed. Before, at 99% efficiency, you would get just below 500 watts. Now we're looking at 775. And I don't know if that's going to increase as we get to midday. It looks like it is increasing. So that's quite interesting. Solar panels now have a place alongside the other power generation. Even on a world that doesn't have the solar storms, because I think the moon is the only one affected by it. They are still worth the hassle of setting it up. So power now shouldn't really be too much of an issue. Definitely not. Right, I need to get some insulated pipe. So what I'm going to do is those ones that I've just put up on the ceiling, I'm going to take them down. Let me turn these off. Just so I could have used the long pipes here, couldn't I? I'm a bloody fool, I tell you. Right. So what I'm going to do, excuse me, is check that this is empty. Whoa, it's almost empty. There must be such an insignificant amount in there now. Yeah, we're talking like drips. So what I can do, let's turn that off. Oh, I was going to say let's turn it off, save power. I don't need to. Like, I don't even know, what does a turbo pump use? Power-wise. 600 watts base power, and I'm guessing it scales up based on the speed of it. I don't know what that's using. I'd have to get in, but we're gaining power anyway. So screw it. You can just stay on. Screw you. Oh, actually, no, I'll turn it off because I don't want to risk anything happening outside with my jetpack and stuff. Let's play it safe. Turn it off because we've pretty much got it all anyway. And let's go and rip out the back of this. Right, so what I want to do is the input, which is the bottom, needs to be connected to my fuel. The output needs to be connected to this here pipe. So do you and do you. And at some other point, we'll set up another system where we've got like the cooling and the heating. For now, let's just get a working system, shall we? So if I bring this, I just got to get it connected to there, haven't I? So we'll bring this across here. Bring this here. And you there, and then you just join up to here. Perfect. We should find as well, have we got quite a lot of fuel stacked up now? Yes, we've got over 15 kilomoles of fuel. Nice. So let me get this route. So I've got my output connected, my input connected. All is good in the world. Put the frame back up. We should be golden. What are we getting near midday? Okay, so you're looking at about maybe 800 watts. Well, just below 800 watts at midday on the moon. I mean, I know it's more like 780. I'm assuming it may go up a little bit. But yeah, look, we're peaking at 780. We're gonna get a 781. Do I hear a 781? I do not hear a 781. In fact, it looks like we're going down at this point. Yes, okay. So the peak I got there was 780 watts. So note that. 780 on the moon near midday. Yeah, and I think we're safe. Oh no, we got 781. I see an increase in 781. Do I hear 70? I saw 782. And now we're at the midday point because the solar panels are now turning on the horizontal axis. So that will do its thing. Okay, so about 782 is what we got. So I'm just going to round that up myself to 800, and I'm going to assume like at a peak, no solar storm, 780. At a peak, we saw like 2.6 kilowatts. So it's probably wise. I don't know. I guess when you got your wind turbines, and I think most people now will do 4 of the large turbines and potentially like 4 or 5 of the small ones. Don't go over. Don't add any solar to that on the moon. Oh no, you wouldn't anyway, because it's the moon. There is no fucking wind. So what we're looking at 2.6 kilowatts. A heavy cable can handle 100 kilowatts. So that is a maths question. So if we said like, I personally would never do this, but I guess you don't really want to go above what 40 solar panels. I mean, you don't need that many solar panels at that point. You could do any other kind of power generation to account for that. I don't think I've ever made 40 solar panels, so it may be something that I don't have to ever consider. But it's fine. Ignore me. I'm yabbering on now. So, pressurize my hotbox, please. Get all that lovely gas back in there. And that is not going to take very long at all. That's done. Thank you very much. Obviously, it's cold now. But that's fine. And now we've got fuel. So if we change the output to 0, stick in a little bit of fuel, turn you on, turn you off, trigger. Look at that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And we'll stick our gold in. Because why the hell not? Do I have anything else that I can stick in the hole? Nope. 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 I've got iron. I have some iron. Here, have it. Have it. What is it? 800k for iron? So we should be able to get all of that processed. Oh, what's in there? Nothing. Why have I got so many mining backpacks? Oh, what's in you? Oh, my coal. Nope. And we are not going to get that processed. Or are we? We did. We got it all. Just in the nick of time, too. Okay, boom. Leave that off. Let that cool the hotbox down, apparently. But that's fine. We've now got our silicon. So let's get you split. Give me lots of 50s. And now we are set for insulated pipes. Pipe. You know what? Yeah, make me 56. See if I care. That's fine. How are you doing? Oh, look at that. What a mess. It's like a kid scribbled on a piece of paper. Right, what I want to do... Yeah, I said this earlier and then never did it. I want to just check something.
Hydration critical.
Can I just connect to... Not with that. Oh, I mean, I could use a housing. I guess. That might be easier. Yeah, I could put a housing somewhere. Basically, I want to just test this. So, because I've never automated the rockets. And my guess would be there are ports on the batteries inside the rocket, which I think are specific for the data. But what I want to know, I guess I do want a battery there. What I want to know is, am I able to read the charge of the batteries in the rocket just as they exist in the rocket? So without having to connect up that logic connection. That's the dream. You probably can. I don't really know. I've been shown automated rockets before, but I've never looked at it myself, so I've never really dug too far into what people have shown me, because it's something I want to figure out when I get to it. But this can be the start. Understanding what you can and can't do. Because my understanding is that you connect to the logic of the rocket, so then you could probably use like IC. Maybe in the rocket to obviously code that kind of stuff. But even without the batteries connected via that logic port, I can still see their charge on the computer screen, which makes me think that we'll be able to just read them via the uplink or downlink. So can we connect to the rocket through them and just see our total charge? Let's find out. So if we look at transformer... Oh, so I can see the avion... Oh, I can see all the rocket stuff. Battery medium. That's what we've got in the rocket. So then if we take the sum of them, the sum of their charge, we can. We can read how much charge we've got in a rocket just by the battery being in the rocket. These are not connected to the logic in there. So I could write that to a light somewhere, couldn't I? And just say, hey, when this number gets to a number, you need to go and bring your rocket down. I don't know if we can write to the rocket. That would be interesting. I assume we can. I assume we can. Right. That might be enough pipe now, you know. Potentially. Yeah, so what I want to do then, now I know I can do that, I'd like to put that onto an IC. Unfortunately, I don't know where the hell I'm going to put it. Let me tidy up that cable because it's going to annoy me. There we go. All good. And I assume you're still connected. Yeah, you're still connected. We're fine. Are we still unveiling? Where is the line thing? Where's my line? Oh yeah, let me zoom out. Where's my line thing? Oh, it's there. I see you. It's just there you go. Look, it's unveiling there. So we've got some time to go. That's going to take a very long time, but you can kind of see roughly where the patches are going to be. What I don't know is where the hell I am on that map. So we're going to have to figure that out. But yeah, back to the thing in question. So if we get a... We'll just do it via an IC, I think. Just easy, innit? So, IC housing, I have one. And I do not have a circuit. So let's get one of those. Quit your panting. I'll sort it out in a second. Steel, electrum, and solder is needed. Right. Electrum, steel, and a solder. Make one of those. And what I'll do is pick up all the pipes and go and get myself some water. We good? We happy? Have I got any more potatoes in there? I do not. You guys are still doing your thing. We really need to get traders so I can get some better food than potatoes. I would like to start eating some cereal bars. Rather than eating these squidgy things. Right, so you're still putting in my circuit. You've done my circuit. Give me the housing. And I'm just going to stick you... There's fine. Good as place as any. This is all going to be taken down anyway, because like I said, we're going to knock it through. But for now, I'm just testing... Well, I don't need to test because I know this is going to work. But if I give myself a light... and then... Give me that, give me that. You go here, so I'll be able to see that from multiple places. Okay, so what I want to do is clear this, alias the... I don't know. I need to batch read from them, but I'll just use that reader for now. Alias the reader to D0. Alias the lights to D1. Start. Yield. Jump to start. Load into R0 from the reader. The setting. Set. Well, what we'll do is we'll save to the DB the setting of R0. Let's do that as a test first. And make sure that we get the number that I'm thinking we're going to get. Turn you on. Turn you off. We'll just call logic reader. Oh, batch reader? Same thing. Doesn't matter. So the setting should match. 1454. Yeah, we're fine. So, we're on... What is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 14 million. So we've got 14 followed by 6 zeros. And at the speed that's coming down, it's going to last a while. So I'm going to say, what we got? Say we've got 14.5 million. I need to calculate it for this. So if I do 14,500,000 divide by 80, so roughly 181 per percent. Sorry, 181,000 per percent. Now we only used. Let's give ourselves 10% to get home. So I literally, when I get to about 1.8 million. 1.8, is that right? That would be the 8. 1.8. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is set less than into R0, where R0 is less than 1, and then it's going to be 1800000, right? 6 zeros including the 8, and the 1 is the million. Save to the light, the on as R0. Right, export. And then you're going to go, I don't know what light is. Well, I can sort that out for you. Flashing light. Flashing light is currently off. I can't turn it on. Perfect. If we set this as a test, let's do 14, 4, 3. So if I do 1, 4, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's right. We take this, export that. It's just come on. Okay, and that's working. Fine. So we'll set that back to 1.8. So 1800000. Yeah, boom. Okay, thank you. So we now know. Oh, maybe I should put a speaker there as well, in case I'm not looking at it. Yes, let's do that. Let's make speaker. Thank you. Just put you on the wall. Because I feel like the speaker looks a bit strange if it's on the ceiling. Do you... You're my less yellow cable. Enjoy your life. Right. Whack the volume up. And I'm just going to go for an alarm. I want to hear this constantly. So, what we'll do is alias alarm to D2. Save to the alarm, the on. Now, I don't know if that'll work repetitively. So, let's just do a... Let's do that, for example. Let's put a 2 in the front of it. Yep, I know you errored. Calm down. So, alarm needs to be klaxon speaker. What? 11. Oh, you donut. 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 I can hear it. Yeah. And let's turn that off, shall we? So change that to that. Okay, so at least we'll know. We will definitely hear that. And when we hear that, we know that we need to bring this rocket down. Because we should be on about 10% power remaining. So I don't have to keep staring at it now and seeing if it's ready to come. I could just ignore it. It will be fine. Okay, let's get this bloody ventilation done. And now what I'm going to do... Oh, I don't want to do the thing where I say things are going to be temporary and then they stay up for bloody ever. Just shall we make today the day where we're going to knock this through? I think we should. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows. Well, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15, 14, 12. So I need 12 of the walls. Steel, thank you very much. Make me those. Let's just add more windows, so when one of those storms come, we get even more boiled in our pants. I've got all the silicon in the world now, so we'll be able to do plastic as well afterwards. So let's do a thing. And by thing, I mean just chuck everything on the floor. You go there, you go there, you go there, and you go on the floor. Okay. So what did I say? 12 windows. I'm going to need... Oh, I need those steel sheets, actually. Because I am going to be doing the frames. Can I move you somewhere else? Just so you're not in my way. Now that's better. Now I need 4 threams. Frames? And we'll be able to take that weather station down as well. Because it's not going to do anything. Which is fine. Absolutely fine. I wasn't sure. I was assuming.
Power low.
Right. Now I need glass. So we need 12 glass sheets. So just take a second. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I need 24 plastic sheets. I must have missed. No, I didn't miscount. There's another glass. Got any more plastic, or did I use it all? I mean, I had a wall, but that's fine. I don't see any plastic. Oh, I do see more pipes though. Come on. No. There we go. Right, let's head on out. Oh, hang on, let me go get a new jetpack, just in case. Get you and put you in there. Right, this way. Right. We're gonna have to. We're gonna build this frame out, but then we're also gonna have to move some of this pipe work because we can't. Oh, I need another frame. I didn't account for that hole. Sometimes there's a hole you just didn't know was there. 1, 2, 3. I now can't get through here, but that's fine. I mean, I could have just gone up, but yeah, you know. Okay, so what we'll do is we will be having. I'm gonna put windows up here because I'm kind of growing fond of. Normally, I always have the windows on the inside, but I am growing fond of. They're not going to be windows. What am I doing? They won't be windows. They will not be windows. Windows. The whole greenhouse needs coming up one. I have not got enough windows. No siree, no, not no way, not no how. This needs to be a window. This would be a window. And then this will go out this way. Like so. Put you up here. Obviously, all these windows are going to be taken out. But right now, I can't do that. I need a frame there. I need to take out all my cooling. Quickly go get a frame. Make some more bloody windows. Right, wall. Oh no, frame, sorry. Frame. One of those. Then I need wall. I don't know how many.
Waste tank caution.
Shut it. You in there. What do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I need to raise this ceiling up. I don't know. Let's just go for a handful because I don't know. I've lost count of what I need. Let's go for another 10. Why the hell not? Okay. Got everything that I need. Let's head on back outside. Let's see if we've got enough for this extension. So you're going to go there, but I need to rip out all that cooling before I do that. Which is not really an issue. As long as we don't screw up that. I don't think it'll be a problem though. I think if I was to take... If I was to do that... do that. That now can't work. So that'll be erroring. Which is fine. And then we'll just rip out all of this cooling without losing any of the atmosphere. Because it's expensive-ish. Not really, but you know. Right, I don't think there's any more pipes there, so we can get rid of all of this. And this will be pushing the pressure in the base up now. Not by a lot, but by enough for it to potentially matter. And then what we will do... I can't turn that off because the cooling's taking over. I need to go turn off my logic. Base is going to get hot just for a little bit while we get all of this redone. So it's this one. I think. Okay, so I should now be able to turn on the pump, turn off the valve, and once this pipe is empty, which it will be shortly, we can then start removing it. Or I could start removing it actually now. And then start pushing that pressure in, because if we build up the pressure in one side of the pipe, that pump will go faster. So do that. Right, you. Right. We should be pretty empty in there now. We are empty in there. Perfect. Can I stack you? I cannot. I also can't stick my head through the window, so we're going to have to just suffer with this inventory shenanigan. Is that drill or wrench? I think it's drill.
Hydration critical.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait. Okay. You. And then take it from this side. And that will have pushed all that pressure inside. So that's good. That vent can go. Because it's not staying there, obviously. Put you there. Now we'll remove all this cable. There we go. We have no cooling whatsoever at the moment. But I think we'll be alright. No! 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 My pump! Okay, well, I can leave that sit there because I'm going to put the window here. So that CO2 pipe doesn't have to be moved. So let's not, because that is feeding to, not CO2 pipe. What pipe is that? That is my not very well coloured pipe. Because that is going to just be gas. So that confused me for a second there. I should probably paint properly, but yeah. I haven't got an easy way of doing that, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, and then let's stick all of these up here. And I am going just for the, excuse me, big greenhouse glass box look here. There is not much going on in the creativity department right now. But I want a working, functional base. And that is my priority. Right, now let's stick the plastic to the man. And just so we don't screw up. Oh no, it's alright, I can run around with my crowbar. If you watch the stream on Wednesday just gone, which would have been, what was the date? The 15th of October, you will know that I spent more than long enough trying to pressurize a space without filling in the window. Yeah, stupidity on my part. Right, I think that's all of the plastics. Now let's go around with all the glass. Get you all sealed in. You. I've done you. That's fine. So I need to do you. And we are sealed with a glass to spare, which makes sense because I've also got a wall spare. So it is what it is. Oh yeah, I'm a little bit stuck right now. But that's fine because I think I can just pop a window. Well, let's test it. Use my jetpack. Do we lose that temperature? We are equalizing on pressure, but we're not losing it. Okay, so we must be sealed. It's a room. It's registered a room. We pop this open, we are going to lose some pressure, but I do have spare oxide. So, you know what? You know what? That might be fine, actually. Pressure is low over here, but potatoes aren't really feeling it. I think that's going to equal out quite nicely. Because we've still got over 70 kPa over here. Yeah, we'll be fine. So let's speed this up. Bye bye walls. Bye bye. He just starts ripping windows without really thinking too much about what he's doing. Pretty confident he's going to do a fuck up at some point here. He's also referring to himself in the third person. Don't know why, but we're doing it. Okay, we've got 63 kPa. We're fine. Plenty of pressure. No issue there whatsoever. For a second there, I thought that was an egg, but then where would I get an egg from? Right. You just all go on the floor. This is how we do things here. Screw you, Sophie. I will live how I want to live. Right. Rip these down. And now we have an even bigger box to boil in. This may seem like a little thing, but this is a big step for me. And most people will back me up on this, I think. I don't often do something, say I'm going to get to it and actually do it. Most of the time, I would have said, oh, I'll make the greenhouse bigger at some point, and I would have built a new one. But here, you can see me growing as a person. There we go, look at that. And we put the frame in there, right? I think we need to put a couple of windows in above the frames. So let's go and do that before we take those out. So I need plastic and I need glass. I had a lot more glass than that because I was taking all those windows out. That's 2. Where the rest of my glass? There we go. Oh, for a second there I was like, how the hell did I get in here? Obviously through the window. Come on. Cancel. That, by the way, poking that through the door is allowed. That's a feature, not a cheat. Just covering my arse there before anyone goes, oh, I saw you do it. Yes, you did, but I meant to. You and you and you and you. Perfect. So I can rip those frames out, and then we have a completely open plan base. Which I think is probably the first base I've made of its kind. Of its kind, not off its kind. Normally they're very roomy. As in, I have multiple rooms. Look at the squiggle drawing. That looks... It looks horrible, doesn't it? It looks horrible. Right. Can we pack these frames now? Which will reduce the pressure a little bit. And did I do that one? I think I did. Well, if I didn't, we're about to find out. I did. Well, I was a bit worried there because of the displacement, but I definitely did. There we go. Nice and open plan. And now we've just got cables floating everywhere, which all needs tidying up. I need somewhere to put the TV. Oh, priorities. I've got this random cable here, which I don't even know why that's there. I mean, I obviously put it there, but I can't remember doing it. So I can tidy that up quite easily. And we will just bring you around the outside, like so. There we go. Look, nice and tidy. We are making progress. Right. Before we do anything else in the base, we need to get the cooling back online. So this is controlling the CO2, which realistically is not erroring. Which I thought should be. What's my CO2 percentage in here? 10%. So what we'll do for now is just to keep the CO2 running, I will get a cowl. Like so. And we'll just stick that on the CO2 so the injection still works. That's fine. So that will still do its thing. This is all functioning. I need to... We don't have a grow light. That's not an issue. But I need to get the cooling up and running. I think that's all that was. Let me import that and have a quick look. That is all cooling. So that is fine. Seeds, potato. Ah, you've recovered. You gave us 2 potatoes that time. Nice. Right. What are you? You're empty. You go over there. So for the cooling, we're basically just going to repeat what we did. Although we're going to have a slightly larger cooling pipe, I think. So if I... Or do I go medium radiator? That might be overkill. Medium radiator might be overkill, but we've got a large volume here, so maybe it won't be. Well, since we have all the pipe radiators, let's stick with it for now. I'll make a few more pipes. And then... Yeah, if we have to scale it up later, we will. Where am I going to put it? And that's going to bother me. I need to put those windows on the outside, so it makes sense with the rest of the base. I kind of feel like it should be here. And we'll run a pipe up this corner into the ceiling, which I don't think there are any. I've got nothing in the ceiling apart from that pipe, that cable, and to be honest, that cable can go now. Doesn't need to be up there right now. Stop! That's too many pipes. Oh, make me one more. There we go. Right, give me all of this. I now worry we're going to get solar thingy, but no, we're good. We're good. Right. So, let's do the time warp again. And then I need that, and I should have a valve. Another pump there. Don't think that was for this system, but there you go. And then we're going to go for ventilation. Now, this is going up and over, but realistically, that is going to go. So if we pretend that that isn't there, what we'll do is some of these windows will become walls when we've got things we need to put on them. But for now, it's fine. We'll pretend they're walls. So, if I go for... Well, we're going to have cable on the ceiling for lighting, so why don't I just put the ventilation, like, around the wall? That could be ventilation, right? Don't have to have them on the ceiling. Yeah, let's do that. We're probably going to need a fair few of these. But let's do a really, like... Well, properly set up... But I can't do it there. Fuck. But that doesn't matter. We can just skip this corner. Can't do one there either. But we could do one there. Because it hasn't got to... Because now it's a whole open plan thing. We could just go where we want. So I can go here. We need to make sure we don't cross that line. But we'll be alright. What we got over here? So that cable is going to be in the way for some parts of this. But we don't have to put a vent in that bit there. We can just do one here. So we'll stick you there. We can stick one there, and that transformer can be moved later. And we'll stick one there. Like so. Now, a part of me is thinking, maybe I should put them near the top. But that wouldn't work for that one. I could put that at the top, move that pipe down, have that coming along the side. Yeah, that's probably a better idea, actually. Because then I could put one in the corners, and that won't be an issue. Change of plan again. Let me put the ventilation right up top. So that I could put one there, whereas I couldn't put one there. So we'll do you, do you, do you, do you. Now, what colour would you guys say is atmosphere? Of all the colours, a safe colour I would say... I don't know. I look at... Green, in my eyes, is... What's green? Oh, nitrous. We could do khaki. We'll do khaki paint. Yes, what is this bloody weird stuff that I am about to do? I am about to paint shit. But I need to change my ways, as people keep telling me. So I'm going to bow down to peer pressure for a whole one episode. And then, who knows, maybe we'll go back to our normal, not listen to people self. So, give me that. And quite simply, we're going to run this... I need to paint all the vents. What we can do is paint a vent. 1 moment. Now I've got to go around and take all these vents down again. Take that one down. Take that one down, put one up. 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 That one down, put one up. And put this one back up. Okay. So that's going to be our ventilation. And now, quite simply, without having the wrench in my hand, we're going to run cables. Pipes, I should say. Oh, you dick. Oh, yeah, but we said that that was going to go down to here, didn't we? So what I will do temporarily, and I'm really going to need someone to remind me to do this, otherwise I'm not going to remember. But basically, let's rip this pipe out. Make this a 3. And then corner. And now we can go for some 10s. Round the outside, round the outside. Something about going outside. Going outside to play. Whoopsie. I could do a potentially another 10. No, I can't, because I've got a pipe there. Okay, what about a 5? 5 works. And then the 3 does not work. So that will become a straight... Oh, you know what? I can't leave it. I'm going to have to go out and sort that now, aren't I? Let me grab these. Let's quickly go and do that before I forget, because I know I will. I bloody know I will. So you need to be connected to this bad boy. So we go corner. And then a 3. And then a corner. Yep, that didn't measure anything, so that's fine. You go up, you come out, you become a corner. And what can I get in there? I don't think I can get a 10 in there. Nope. So it'll have to be a 5. And a 3. And a 1. There we go. Like it never happened. So that is going along the middle, which means I can now run my khaki. I haven't brought my khaki with me. It's bloody in there. I could have done it all from the roof. Now I'm going to have to come inside and use the bloody jetpack. Actually, no, let's not use the jetpack. Let's not bow to social convention. If that's the thing that happens. You go on the floor, you go on the floor. I'll come back for all of you guys shortly. You. Any more insulated pipes? Yep, you. Any more for any more? No? Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Right, so what we'll do is... Well, I'll put that away. So we're going to just make our way around the base. Like so. Where was my next vent? My next vent is there. Okay. So we'll stick you there. No, I need that. I need to keep khaki going. Right, you go there. And then what I'll do is put the T here. And then what's that going to be? A 3? Yeah, it is. You're going to get 3, 4, 5. No, it can't be. It's got to be a 5. This is the only problem. I wish you had some different sizes. But if you ask for too much, and well, you'll be spoilt for choice. More cack.
Hunger caution.
You go there. That'll do a 10 nicely. Yeah, just with a couple of strays at the corner. You and you. So then we'll go for a 3. Corner. Did you think you'd just be watching me just lay pipe? Well, here I am. Oh, wait a second. Someone told me before that's a rude thing. But I can't remember what it was, so... Whatever it is, I'll go with it. I'm laying pipe. Right. T junction. Give me a 3. That can be a 10. This takes me to here. Then corner. We don't have a T until we get to here. So we do that. What is that? That's going to be a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's fine. One, 2. Oh, that's so close. Unfortunately, not enough. So what I'm going to do, just because this is the side I'm going to have my cooling, I'm going to rip some of this pipe up. On this side. That gets me 9. And it just means I can get this vent over here connected. User 3. Right, perfect. And then what I can do, excuse me, is we can come down the corner. I still need more pipes anyway. Right, let's go make some more. Yum.
Hydration critical.
Let me go sort that out, but not before I get some pipes going. Insulated pipe. I need me some steel. There's just shit everywhere. That'll make loads. Okay. And potato? No potato? Stick you in there. One of those, please. How you doing while I'm in here? Good. Oh, look at it. It's getting full. We are getting there. I only wish I knew my location on this bloody map. We will have to go out and try and figure out roughly what we have around us. What I would say is that I have seen on the Discord some people saying that the map is not right. The map is either flipped or mirrored or upside down or whatever, so we've got that to contend with as well. But I guess it depends on what you're classing as upside down, because technically your rocket's only rotated in one specific way, so maybe it's supposed to be? Question mark? So what we're gonna have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could do. Don't know how 10's gonna look. How close does that get me to that? Too close. That is like literally bang on. We can't do a 10, which is a shame. What we can do though is if we do a single there and then do a 3, we can always. Well, actually, that doesn't. I'm not gonna put anything on the corner, am I? Let's not do that. And instead make it look smoother in here. Like that. Okay. So now we need to go and take all of our cooling stuff. So all the normal pipes. We've got the pump. We've got the radiators. Which don't stack any more than 5 because it's just silly. I need a valve. Where's my digital valve gone? Oh, digital valve. Got you. Okay. Let's get this cooling started. Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, my jetpack's about dead. It's fine. You go there, you go there. Give me wrench. Now, what I'm probably eventually going to do is have a walkway going around. So we could have this stick out and we won't really see it. So what I'm going to do is bring this out to here. Should I go and sort that out then quickly before we fall into that bloody crater? Right, jetpack. Woohoo! Can I? I'm going to up you. Because it's the moon, so even if it gets colder, the pressure's going to drop, not go up. So let's just whack that up. I could do that with the same with oxygen as well. So yeah. Now I've got loads of well, not this one, but the next one I'll have loads of jetpack to waste. Okie dokie. So, number 1, got the wrong colour pipes. They should need to be khaki out here, because there's no point in me using all my insulated one. Never mind. I'll have to come back out and paint at some point. So, what we're going to do... Question. And I don't know the answer to this question, so let's find out. Can I put radiators on that? Oh, hell yes I can. That's good, isn't it? You can't connect other pipes to it, but you can. Let's not do that yet because I don't have the setup in place, do I? Also, that's not right anyway. No! Because I should have my pump. Not my pump. My valve should be there. So we will do digital valve. Now a part of me is thinking that shouldn't be there because this goes against my beliefs. I should have floor grating for this. So one moment. Let me get some floor grating. Technically, screw it. We don't need this right now. So we're going to have floor grating. And this is going to go around that head of the base. Because we can. That's going to be like that. So I would like to have my digital valve here. Like so. And that way I can see whether it's on or off from inside the base. And I can still walk over it quite comfortably without tripping over it. So yes, well, let's do that. So I need to take you out, and take... That's a shame. But take that out. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is blocking that. And now I can put on my 10 long pipe. Like so. No, I can't. I can't do that. This has to bend down a bit first. Like so. And then put my 10 on. And then what we do is we bring it back up. That oxygen pipe's in the wrong place, isn't it? I could bring that khaki pipe across here and have a pump here. So I've got my valve and my pump right next to each other. So this kind of just comes back up on itself. Creates quite a large cooling loop. So if we did this, I'm just being difficult with my layout, but it's fine. Can't do that because otherwise it'll go into there. Or can I? No, I can't. So go for a 5. Go for a 3. Is it? Nah, you're fine. So then what we do is we do pump here. And that pump will go into the khaki. Like so. And that basically will complete the loop. So that will open when cooling is required. That entire line gets thingied. And then that will just grab the gas back out of there. And because we're using long pipes, it should theoretically be much quicker than what we had before. In theory. What I can do now is I can hide my radiators. They can stay down here. Yeah. So you don't even see those. Well, you do, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. And then cable. So the entire base... I'm going to have it in sections, though, aren't I? Because I'm going to hit over 5 watts. What I was going to say was, in theory, it's all one room. I could have it all off one power network. But let's build sections. So I have my atmospheric section. So I need some black cable. There is no black cable on the wall. It is so tempting to take that cable out there. But no, we're not doing that. We're going to go the long way round. Make our life twice as harder than it needs to be. But we're okay with that. I need some black cable. All of that just for that look. Can't say I'm not trying. And then we'll do khaki, because we need to go and paint those pipes. And then I think we're fine? Question mark. So yeah, my atmospheric side of stuff is all going to be on its own network. So kind of like what we've already done, black cable is atmospheric. So if I was to bring, well, the power's on the other side, but I can bring this in here and do this, which means I need to relocate that IC. That's not going to be on this network anymore. I'm going to need... How am I going to do this? Because without duplicating... without having multiple sensors, how's my greenhouse... Well, my greenhouse doesn't need anything. Because atmospheric is going to look after the greenhouse. So actually, greenhouse cable is going to be black. So this is going to be responsible for my gas storage, any filtering. It's going to be responsible for the cooling. It's going to be responsible for... well, will it be responsible for the Larry? TBC. I don't know. I'm not sure whether we'll include the Larry on this network. We'll have to see what power we are currently pulling from it. Maybe that should go onto its own. I'm not too sure. But we'll worry about that at a later date. So the housing. So what I think we're going to do, can I put... I'm going to need to put a wall there. Because I can't have... I won't be able to use a roll cover. Which is a bloody annoying. But this is fine. I wish you could put a wall on the back of the roll cover. I get why you can't, but then make the roll cover thinner. Is my argument. Right, let's go outside and get that cabled in. And then we will pop the window out on the outside, make that a wall. Then we could place like ICs and stuff on the back of it without too much of a problem. So that is definitely double glazed. So we do this. Did I get that? I did get that. Make sure I get the right window. Which is not that one. It's this one. Feels like a dangerous game, doesn't it? And then pull that out. This becomes... you know what? I never use the composite wall, so let's go for it. Let's go wild, shall we? We've got a random wall, and you know what? This kind of adds, well, this to it, really. But yeah, that cable should come straight out and connect to you. So they're both good. And I don't think there's anything else I need to do out here. That should do the job. So when we need to cool, we turn this on. And when we need to evacuate that pipe, we turn this on. This is on full. So let's go and move the code into that kind of network. So this IC can be moved. So we bring you over here, and now I put that wall up, I can remove this window. The window and window gone. Get the angle grinder. Job done. And what we can do is, if we're only going to put a single, I need a flat wall because I like these. And since we can't put a roll cover there, then let's use one of them. Excuse me, I need a flat wall, please. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. And I want the thingamabob. Where is it? I must have missed it. Don't want the hatch. I want the other one. That one. Put you there. Done, 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 done. And then what I'm going to do... I mean, a part of me feels like I shouldn't be putting the housings upside down. But it's fine. Where the hell have I put that housing? Did I not just pick it up? Did I put it back in the locker? Did I even go to the locker? Oh, it's there. Bloody hell. Okay, but so yeah, I mean, a part of me is kind of like, yeah, there, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. If we really, really care about it at some other point, we will move it. So if we stick you like that, get the circuit that you had, which is in the laptop. You are fine. We're still not below 10 million power. And look at the pretty little pattern. Oh, good, oh, good, oh, good, oh, good. Right, so what you after? You want a greenhouse sensor, the cooling valve, the cooling pump, the cooling analyzer. The analyzer went on to... I've forgotten the analyzer, haven't I? Yes, I have not put... I've got an analyzer on me. I need to go and label the shit. And then I need to bring a sensor in here, which is there. I'm pretty sure there are no other codes relying on you. I don't think so. So, no, we're good. And we'll stick this here. No, not there, because that's going to look silly. We'll stick it there. And if I'm going to have to cable that up, I may as well have that the right way. Let's do this properly. So we'll do this. Complete waste of cable. I know, right? What are you going to do about it, eh? But it's fine. Let's do this. And tidy this up. So you need to be a straight. And then what we'll do is we'll bring you... No, not there. Oh, to be fair, though, you do need to do that, but that's fine. Then we'll do a cross thing. And just for the sake of symmetry... Stick that there. So now it looks like it's really like whatever. Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? We're just gonna do this. Now it looks all pretty and all symmetrical on both sides. Complete waste of cable. I know, guys. But what you gonna do, eh? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just connect that up. Because I can't not do that now. There we go. A beautiful symmetric layout that is wasting cable, but it is fine. Now, we are going to rename this to... I can't rename the thing. Why can't I rename the thing? Ah, got you. Okay, room sensor. Can't see it, but it doesn't matter. Right, let's go outside, label our stuff, put the analyzer out there, and we should be okay, I think. Pretty positive. So this needs to go into the cooling, but realistically I could put it up here as well, just to keep things very, very tidy. So I could stick that there. And just have everything in line. And the fact that we're using black cables means that you can barely tell that they're there. So that is, well, you can see it clearly. If they were grey, it would be better, but meh. Right, we are going to do cooling analyzer,
Hydration critical.
cooling pump, cooling valve. Oh, and we got to do this. Otherwise, people will shout at me. So do this and this. Duh. I mean, that grey pipe at the bottom still doesn't really make sense, but we're going with it. It's fine. Oh, yes. Goodbye, good moon. Right, all perfect. All green. Oh, no, sorry, all khaki. Let's get inside. I missed the door. There we go. Okay. So we should be able... We're 41 degrees in here. So potatoes, probably not too happy right now. But we're almost there. We do that. Turn you off. And we need the room sensor. Check. The cooling valve. Check. The cooling pump. Check. And the cooling analyzer. We have nothing on D4. So we should see. I can't see. So our analyzer is on, which is perfect. And we should now hopefully have this room starting to cool. He hopes. I mean, the pipe's a lot colder than the room is. And the pipe is coming down in temperature, so that is good. Now, I just want to run some more pipe around the outside, So give me some of those. Do I have... I still got some, so I can colour them in. That is fine. That should keep this room cool, I think. I'm pretty positive on that. I mean, this isn't cheating. Okay, so that pipe is in positive, so it's fine. I should probably have a console in here. A temperature for what my cooling pipe is. And I could do a pressure if I wanted to, but a pressure doesn't really help me in any way, shape, or form. That in there. Waste tank there. Let me go and do my battery. So you go there. Water over here. We are good. Now, guys, come on. Be more organized than this. Why have you not made a stack yet for your printers? Well, just forgot. So, we are going to run that pipe all the way over here. The temperature in here is coming down. But this will not keep up with that solar storm, I don't think. Can I do a 5 there? I can do a 5 there. And then we're going to go corner. Like that. I need more pipe. Oh. I just tripped over some. That's fine. What's that going to be? That's going to be a 5 and then a bit. So you and the bit. 1, 2, and then T. Right, I need more pipes. I'm almost done. Is this the best way of doing it? Around the outside? I don't know. But temperature is coming down. You're going poorly. You're moderately well. You're fine. I mean, it's still working. Everything is okay. I don't know how many of these I'm going to need. Let's try this, because that's only going to use 10 pipe. I'm going to need more on it. We're definitely going to need more. Yeah, I need more. Give me more, give me more. Just make all 3 of those. That ain't going to be enough. You go in there. Right. Do me one more. And let's see how that goes. So, stick a 5 in. Oh, perfect. There we go. We got a nice chain all the way around the base. And we're down to 39 degrees. So, you know, that's all right. That's okay. I don't think having the pump turn on is really going to help too much. What we need to do is increase the volume of that pipe. Now, I don't know if having... So I think the longer pipes do hold more, but not as much as what a utility will. Still, I don't think a 10 length pipe will hold how much this can do. This is 250 litres, and I'm pretty sure the pipes... 100 litres. So yeah, we're probably... Which is quite good, because you're only spending 8 pipes on that. But yeah, if we make a utility, we we do more than double the current volume that's in there. So let's do that. I'm going to need some more khaki paint. What has happened to this man? You go there, you go there, you there, you there. Right, we'll go and add this. Right, and then we can just add this under here. So I'm just going to stick it here for now. I could stick it here. I don't really actually care that you can see it. I honestly don't mind. I think that will work nicely. But if we get ye connected to here and give me the spray, boom. Now that can't not speed up the cooling, surely. But it may be that, because what is that? You basically had 27. Oh well, we can see it. It's 34 degrees C in there. So these radiators aren't keeping up. Basically. I mean, the thing is, we are dumping a lot of heat in there right now. Like, it is 40 degrees and there's a large volume in the base. So, kind of fine. As a passive system, I think it'll work fine. It's just got to get down to the temperature we're comfortable with. I do think there's going to be some recovery after the solar storms. I don't think it's going to keep up. But by the looks of it, the solar storms are a bit of a rarity anyway. Because what did we start on? We started on day 47. And we had the storm on day 48. We're 4 days later. No solar storm. So I don't think it'll be a problem. But we're fine, look. We're 36 degrees in here. We are lovely jubbly. We're all good, we're all good, we're all good. You are still on 11 million power, so we've got a long way before that becomes a problem. So yeah, we're looking kind of good. And also, we're starting to get an idea now of what is actually here. So I'm guessing this... Assuming these are the colours of what you would find like when you're just using your sensor lenses, I'm going to say that this is potentially iron. And then we've got gold. I don't know. It's brown nickel. I'm not too sure what the colours mean. But what I think we should probably do... Because there is a maximum to the moon. But there's no easy way. Can we... Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Is this a thing? Can I stick this in here? Oh, yes, I can. Ah, when could you interact with this? Hang on. Is that the same one I see? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on a sec. Holy hell. I did not know that was a thing. You can. I'm guessing that's part of the update. I never knew that before. So I can literally walk around with this and try and figure out where I am. Nice, nice, nice. I don't know how I'm supposed to know what is where, though. And am I right in thinking that this is just off the map? This isn't another section of the map, is it? I don't think. My guess is this is the map. I can move that screen without any kind of issue. Okay, I'm just connected wirelessly. Assuming that it's still unveiling. That I don't actually know. Hang on. Where are we? Where's my line? I'm not sure we will ever know. You still linked? Nope. You are not linked. So, by that not being linked, does that mean that I lost connection to the rocket? Maybe I'll leave it in there. Maybe I won't worry too much about that. You are still going.
Filter caution.
Okay, you know what? We will wait until we've got that entire map unveiled, and then we will go out and try and figure out what we've got where. So for now, the last thing I want to do is... I don't know what I'm going to do with the printers. I think the printers... I'm going to move this stacker... potentially... I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm going to do with the printers. Because I kind of don't want them just here now. I don't think. We could put... to be fair, the toolmaker can probably be moved because we're not going to use it that much. We'll get rid of that. Then we just need 3 printers on this side. So one where that is, one there, one over here, and potentially one over here. But we may have to put like only 2 gap between them, not 3. But we'll worry about that later. I need all this crap moving. So I need that IC housing moving somewhere else. Now you are doing the CO2 injection, am I right? So take you, import you. You get your job done. What are you doing? You're loading from the analyzer and the pump. You're loading the ratio carbon dioxide. If it's less than 0.1, turn the pump on. So you're saying that we haven't got less than 10% in here. And you would be correct. So what we'll do is, because that's only using 2 pins, we may as well now hook that up to this because we've got 2 pins spare. And that is very just that. So let's tidy this up. That transformer can go. This cable obviously we don't want here. So let me let me do a thing. Grey. Those pipes are going to get moved anyway. But I'll take that one up, and then at least we've got a grey pipe we can play with. So give me that. Give me that. It's fine. I'm very aware what just happened. I'm very aware that I've just lost some gas, but don't worry about it. I'm not, so you don't need to either. And realistically, we don't even need the analyzer. We can just use the sensor now. So the pump could actually have gone there. If we weren't being stupid with our cabling. Because realistically, I need that to go that way. I kind of don't want it there. I don't want it there either. Kind of should go there, really. We're going to have to ruin our cabling. Give me this. So this is not going to be symmetrical anymore because I can't get that in. Or maybe I can. Maybe we can just go next level and waste some more pipes. Will you give me more insulated pipes, please? Are you willing to give me more? Do I need to give you anything in return? No, just stroke you kindly. There we go. So, if we go for... You're going to get going into my ventilation system. That is not the right pipe. What are you doing? What are you doing, you absolute nincompoop? No! Go away. Khaki. That would do for now. I'm probably going to need more. What we'll do is we'll just connect this to our ventilation system. I can't do that because that is a bloody longer pipe, which is a real bloody shame. But that's fine. If we go for 3 and then go for a T, we end up using an extra pipe there, but it is what it is. And then let's get rid of the khaki, make it more grey. I can do this. Like so. We are not going to cross any pipes there, so that is fine. So you go... I want you to come directly over. So let me change this. Bring this across here. into there. And then we can have grey, grey, grey. I need to... Oops, I need that. I don't need that. Give me these. If I bring this out one more... Whoopsie. Do that, do that, do that. Bring you straight across. Get rid of that. Junction. Corner. There. And then give me this. I need more pipes. Not many more, just a few. Make me, I don't know, another couple. Thank you. Get you connected into here. And we're going to be much tidier now. Can you shut up? Right, where's my laptop? Oh, you know what as well? Let me stick this in here. We don't need to be wearing our suit in here. We're fine. Laptop. Import you. And then all we're doing is we're going to relabel you CO2 intake. I am aware that this still isn't CO2, but that is going to be the plan long term, so don't worry the fact that that's mixed. It's fine. We're going to alias the CO2 intake to D4. And then down here we will load into R0. It's not called a G sensor anymore, but that doesn't matter. Just call it room sensor, just because I just want to. Room sensor. Load into R0 from the room sensor. The ratio carbon dioxide. Set less than into R0, where R0 is less than 0.1. Save to the CO2 intake, the on as R0. And that will keep our CO2 in check. You're going to error, but that is okay. I don't think changing the alias matters, it doesn't. So now we've got to just do the CO2 intake pump. Also, just a suggestion, get this hooked up to power. Just an idea. Now, unfortunately, I've screwed up because I'm not going to be able to get the power to you. Rats. I'm going to have to do a thing. So that window is going to have to come out. But it is what it is. We knew this was a risk. Why can't I put you there? I can do that there. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Right, I need another wall there. So, if I go for... we'll go composite again. Why not? And this time we'll go for... We'll go for a composite wall 2. Why the hell not? Because... Or why not? It looks bloody terrible next to that wall. Ugh. No. We're not doing that. Instead, we're going to go for... Let's just do a flat wall. Yeah, that one. And we'll just do flat. Just a solid piece of steel. Blocking me from the moon. It looks a little bit better. It doesn't quite work because of the border this guy has. We'll see. We may get used to it, we may not. But that's fine. I need to go on the outside. Remove the glass, and then we'll sort that out. Actually, let's... Oh! Dicko. This doesn't go on the inside, does it? We don't do the windows. We don't do this on the inside. We are doing this. So I'm going to keep that outside for now. We'll put this wall back. This looks ugly, but this is temporary. And we're going to make sure it stays temporary. We're going to go out and do the outside wall now. after I get my suit. Don't know where it is at the moment. Are they the craters? They are, aren't they? So I'm around one of those craters somewhere. We will have to figure that out. But for now, anyway, that's not what we're doing. You and you. Let's go outside. Stick this wall up. Right, I need to remove the window. Because we can't have that, we can't have that cable there. So composite window is going. Grinder. And then, to be fair, I could just go composite window because that will work here for what we're doing. Why can I not place that there? There we go. Let's go for composite wall 2 out here. I don't see why not. Ah, because I don't have enough plastic sheets. Ah! No! Okay, well, we're not doing that then because I don't want to come back out here again. So let's just go for flats. And how does that look? Ah, that's perfect. That's fine. It makes this look like an actual like service panel kind of thing. So I'm happy with that. That is okay. Cancel. Right, suit off. We're down to a comfortable 30 degrees in here, which is nice that the cooling is definitely working. Right, I got you connected. That wall can go. You're gone. Give me the grinder. Do that. Give me water. Give me tater. You still aren't ready. Potato. Down to 1% hunger. I actually remembered for once instead of starving myself. Well, I think we're probably down here, maybe, with the scanner. I mean, I'm not entirely sure it's making much change, to be honest, but it's all connected. It's all still working. I assume everything is still on. Oh, I've lost 2 batteries, look. So that battery's dead, that battery's dead, so that battery is coming down, and then I have another 2. So we're still at, we're at 56%, we're not even halfway yet. And I would say that map is getting there quite closely, so hopefully not much longer. Right, I should be able to turn you on. Did that work? No, because what the hell have you connected to? I don't want that. I want CO2 intake. Cooling analyzer, that's done. Boom. That needs painting grey. So we do that. Perfect. This wall, I don't know what colour we're going to do with that wall, but we aren't going black. Not happening. Okay, so with that all done... Wait, what? How have I ended up with another circuit? What's this circuit come from? Wood. No, you're what I've just done. So... Okay, well, you're spare. We'll never find that again. Take the IC housing down. That's my drill. Transformer. So, let's get some heavy cable printed from this guy. Cable. So my main power cable at the moment is going up and over, but I don't really want that. I kind of want this cable to go like I've started over here. We're going to have to get rid of that sign and have the cable run all the way across the middle. So I guess the transformer will go there. Oh no, I won't be able to get past this pipe. Ah, rats. So unless I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. The transformer could go there, so I could bring the cable across the ceiling. We're going to need lights anyway. So if we come across the ceiling, bring it down to here, transform on the behind that tank, we'll be absolutely fine. I don't think I have a spare transformer. I don't think that matters though. So give me some of that yellow cable goodness. And you keep going. So what we'll do is that cable should be a different color really, but we'll let it slide for now. So if I just run this straight across, and then we'll come off over here like so. Give me more heavy cable. Straight across the ceiling. Maybe the ceiling's the option. I'd use less cable going all the way around the room. Like that. And then we come down here. Oh, so we're going to end up freeing all this cable up. Okay, let's do that now. You're fine. You're fine. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And we'll bring this down here. And then this can be transformed. Actually, better yet, we do this. Get this. You go that way. Whack you up to 4950. I like clicking this. That's why I'm not using the labeler. You do you. Give me that black cable. That wire cutters. Yep, that's what I wanted. And that just comes straight across here. Okay. Everything is back online. And we can... Oh, let's not even worry about this right now, because we are about to take more cable out. So now this can go. And that is going into APC, which is currently powering this area. Now, I'm thinking we're probably going to have to do the same thing by getting rid of a panel or getting rid of a glass. And I think where those two are is probably perfect. Because we have... What do we have? We have this going into an APC. I can disconnect that for now because the APC will just do its thing. What are you doing? You, my dear friend, are doing the beacon, I believe. Where's my laptop? I'm pretty sure that is doing beacon. That is just doing beacon. Okay. So, that's our furnace IC. That is our atmospheric IC. We need a room IC. What I'm thinking... okay, well, if we said... Can't really fit here. So... where do I want this? Maybe I just stick it here? Question mark? Oh no, maybe I do this one. Because this is kind of with all of this. No, because the rocket transformer's in the way. I could stick it above the door. I could stick it above the door. Yeah, let's do that. I need a flat wall again. Nope. 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 No flat walls. Nope. Nope. Okay. Flat wall me. Flat wall. Okay, and then we will stick you here. And this kind of works anyway because that cable there is the cable we're going to be connecting to for the beacon. So that works. So this is going to be the network that runs all the important stuff. So like if we wanted to, we could read from these. We can read from the batteries. We're obviously going to program the beacon. We're going to get rid of the weather station. That kind of stuff. So I have a housing and I have a circuit that I threw over here somewhere. So let me stick you over here. Like so. And you are quite easy to just connect to there. Like so. Right, it's coming along. As you can see, we're starting to get sections. Obviously, this black cable just can go now. But we are starting to segregate our networks. So we're getting tidy. These guys are going to connect to the main yellow cable. So I've got to just figure out where they're going to be positioned. I don't know yet. But we'll worry about that at a later date. Right now, all I need to do is take you out, put you in there. And then change the pins. So I need... The aux sensor needs moving. So we could put the aux sensor up here. Why not, eh? I don't like how that looks though, so it's going to have to go up here. We do it like that and you can't even tell. It's sideways, so give me the wire cutters and we'll just waste some cable. I could go down here, save myself a cable. That's not going to work because you're going to see a little bit. Oh, barely. Right. On, off. So you are my occupancy sensor. And you are my beacon. The beacon will probably be moved. But that should now work, which it does. Which means you can now go. And we free up some more heavy cable. And that is nice and tidy. Oh, that I see will also be used for lights. So that is something else that we will put on that one. So that is fine. Temperature in here is now 23 degrees C. So we should see... well, that pump isn't on yet, but I'm sure we're not got no problems in that pipe. I would hope, Mr. Cooling System. Is this still going? We're at a point now where I don't know, to be honest. It's starting to look a bit more filled out in places. I couldn't tell you where it is at the moment on there. I have no idea. But let's assume it's fine. I'm sure it is. And we have daytime. Good morning, sun. Right. Let me just get rid of some of this crap from over here. Right. So we have... oh yeah, we were tidying up. So we've done the cable. That's all tied now. No random cable in the middle of the room. You know what? Let's do these now, actually. Where am I going to put my Omni transmitters? So one could go... I don't want it clipping into the wall, though. So... they could go on the roof, right? They might work up there. Oh, no. No, they can't go on the roof. They can't go up there. So maybe we can't put one over here. Maybe we put one somewhere else. That was a better idea in my head. Oh, it kind of makes sense for them to go up there though. What if I put it in the middle? That looks daft, but what if I did Like, what if the roof was going to be double glazed? Because I'm happy to do that. If I were to do this... Yeah, look, that you can't see... Well, you won't see it when the plastic is in. Any more plastic? Yep. Yeah, we don't even need to worry about glass. We can just put those in and the roof can be like that. So I could put them on the roof. And that way I'm saving my floor space. So let's do that. I want this one up here. Let me see. So if I did it like there. And then I've got one over here. That one wasn't really in the way, but we're going to move it anyway. Do it there. And then didn't we have one over here? We did. Stick you. You can go here. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'd be easier just to go outside and do this, I think. Where is my suit? There's part A, and there is part B. I just need to go and check my cooling because I should potentially maybe be worried that... I mean, that's been read at 23 degrees, so that's fine. I can't remember what I set it to. I need to go and check it. But let's get these Omnis plugged in. So you are good. Can't see. Yep, that's good. We'll run you straight over. And you can go straight across to this guy. Which is also good. So there we go. I've got Omnis everywhere now on the roof. So they should keep me charged within the base. The base, it may grow. So at which point we'll get more. But for now, it's fine. Turn the glasses off. Which means we now save a little bit, not much, but a little bit of cable where they were. That needs to go, actually. So I don't need all of this now. This is a waste of cable. You know what? Let's go and do the dirty. Let's go and get rid of that weather station. Not needed. We'll just recycle it. It don't work. But it's fine. This is how we learn. Any more cables there? I don't think so. So, drill. No, angle grinder. Do that. And then I need the hand drill. You go there. And that's just going to get put into the recycle pile. Okay. We've got... Uh-oh. What's happening? Why have I got no power to you? What have I done wrong? Eh? You're connected. Straight over, down, into the transformer, into there. Why are you no powery? Well, clearly it's power, because that's powered. Oh, wait. You're not powered from that network. Yes, that APC's died, hasn't it?
Hydration critical.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I understand. I understand the problem right now. Okay. Well, what we'll do... Because that means I can't get any food. So, temporarily... Give me APC. And you just feed into here. Very, very, very temporary, this. Just to get things working. Oh, yeah. The APC has 2 ports. One is in, one is out. There we go. Okay, so we got our map back. We got our this back. We still got connection to the rocket, so all is good. We're still over 50% power, which is even better. Yeah, we're doing all right. We are doing all right. How is our analyzer looking? Oh, we're fine. I mean, I don't know why I won't be. I've not moved it. But you are still doing you. Okay. Well, I think this is a good time to call it for now. We're kind of starting to get the base in a position where it's kind of becoming a little bit more organized now. Are you still powered? Yeah, you're still powered. Obviously, we're nice and open plan. I know it's a big box, but it's not really a box because I got this bit in. Whoa, and this bit. Whoa, see? It's not a box. But the base is coming along. I think next time we'll be able to get the map 100% complete, at which point we should be able to start looking at whereabouts we are on the map. And yeah, then we can start going to make some outposts. And we need to just get in here a little bit more organized. We need to get tidied up, move the printers. Obviously, the big floating TV doesn't really make sense, so we should probably get that sorted. What I might do is when we bring the rocket down, which isn't going to be far off, that is when we'll kind of tidy all this up. But I'm hoping we should be able to get most of this uncovered. Oh, we're there. I saw it. I think. Yes, that is where we are. So it's still working, just very bloody slow. But it is slowly but surely uncovering the map. So yeah, next time we'll have that. 100%. And we'll get this place tidied. And then I'm wondering... Oh my god, look at all the holes. There were just holes everywhere. I didn't realise it was that bad. Well, is what it is. Yeah, still loads to do. Power, no longer going to be an issue. Power is perfectly fine. That solar storm really bumped us up. And since then, our solar panels, now with the cap being removed, power is easy. So I'm not too concerned about that. And we can just get naked in our very comfortable 23 degrees C. So yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. So thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Take care. And I will see you then. Bye.